This time on Low Boost, we're adding some stopping. That's right, on our Type 65 Shelby Daytona Coupe. Obviously, things have changed around drastically since that last video. We put it back on the lift. We're working on a bunch of other projects at the same time that we work on this. So, just trying to make it as seamless as possible, and I think it'll be easiest to work on the Daytona on this lift since we have it. So we'll do that as best we can. We'll put the spindle on and we'll get cracking at the rest of it. For the brake setup, I did something different than what I was thinking of originally doing, which is cheap Fox body brakes, which we have. I got better brakes. I'll show you them in a minute. So the top one gets torqued to 75 foot-pounds. The bottom one gets torqued to 80. And we'll put the rest of this arm on. And just as a reminder again, on the Daytonas, the driver's side spindle goes on the passenger side, and the passenger side spindle goes on the driver's side because it is a front steer system, and the Cobras were a rear steer with the steering rack. Each of the steering arm nuts gets torqued to 60 foot-pounds. Clicky, clicky. And these are lock nuts. There you go. These got, like I said, these go to 60 foot-pounds. Next, we got to put the hub on, and they have one included. Both the part numbers are the same, so they're unidirectional. Doesn't matter which side you want to have it go on. So there's the hub already on there, and they say you're probably gonna have to tap this on a little bit to make it go. Little baby tap. Going a hell of a lot easier than the E36 did, that's for sure. You watched that in a previous video. That one sucked. It says the spindle hub nut, which is this right here, gets torqued to 250 foot-pounds. I don't know if I can do that on this lift. I might have to do that when it's down on the ground, but we'll give it a shot. Seems to be a 35 millimeter. I don't have my torque wrench with me, so I'm just gonna get this good and tight, and then I'll finish that out later. So, snug and nug. And we'll finish that out later. We also are gonna have to peen that out with a hammer, it looks like. So we'll get it there. All right, would you see all these boxes here? I opted to go a different route than I did before when I was thinking of just using all Fox body Mustang parts. So instead of that, because this thing's gonna have a lot of power, a lot of horsepower, we're gonna need to be able to stop this sucker. So the spindles that come on the Factory 5 Type 65, they're SN95 spindles. So those spindles, the biggest set of brakes you could get that would fit bolt on, are actually New Edge Terminator Cobra brakes. Guess what? That's what we got. And they already came painted red, which is perfect. So we're gonna put these puppies on. Terminator Cobra brakes, slotted and drilled rotors. Now, slotted and drilled rotors, if you watch my channel, they're not my favorite thing. They're just for looks, but that's what came with the car and came with this kit, so we're just gonna go with it. But, I mean, we're not gonna be going crazy on track with this car. So slotted and drilled is good for looks and look great on the car. So let's do that now. If you're looking for a great way to support our channel, check out lowboostfilms.com. Not only does this support the channel, but you'll look great while you do it as well. We have a great selection of different types of apparel and merchandise that you guys can buy. I also have a selection of car parts and tools that we've reviewed on the channel that we know work well for sale on there as well at a good price, so make sure you check it out. Look at that. Now this one says front passenger side, so we'll have to get the other one. They even come labeled. Look at the size of this rotor. Wow. Front driver's side, slotted and drilled. It's super shiny. Man, that looks dope. So, we'll put the caliper on, and I don't even know if the Mustang wheels are going to fit with this thing. These are huge. Let me try that. Now, nobody go beating me up in the comments. These are not the wheels that are going to be permanent on the Mustang. But just to roll it around the garage, yeah, I don't know. That's going to be close. With the caliper, I don't think these are going to fit. We might have to get bigger wheels. This is just for rollers. They're not, we got the real wheels coming. And good thing we got 18s because I don't think anything else would fit. So once the bracket's on, you want to make sure when you take everything out, because I made a bad mistake of swapping brackets with calipers. The brackets are caliper specific because you want the bleeder valve facing down. If you end up with the wrong side, you have it facing up. You also want to make sure you have the proper brake pads in line and order for when it slides in. When it slides on like this, facing down, you just clip that in, and then you have to slide the pin in here. So these calipers work a little differently from my Corvette, where they don't. These actually float on the rotor with the pads themselves, not sliders on the caliper bracket. Not a huge fan of it, but that's just what Ford did in the 90s. And then we'll put the pin in, and then we're going to test fit that wheel on and see if it works. So once the pin is in, we have a washer and a C-clip that clips in over the other side. And this just sticks on and that holds it on. All right, so in case you guys were wondering, Terminator Cobra brakes will fit with 17-inch wheels. It is a tight fit. This is just crap. It is a tight fit, but it'll work. Like I said, these are not the wheels we're using on the car. It's just to have it as a roller. But at least for right now, we have a front roller. Don't mind the negative stance boy camber. Positive camber, really. We have to adjust everything. We put it down and take it from there. But we have wheels on the front. Woo! Starting to make some progress. So next up, what you guys will see, next up we got to do the rear end and make this thing a real roller. So we're going to take that apart, and you guys will see that in an upcoming video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button because I have a whole bunch of videos we're going to be doing on this. A lot of other stuff that we have going on in the shop as well. In the meantime, if you can't wait until next week's video, check out these videos that I already have ready to go.